Righto, so this is our last nutrition habit, and this is where it gets, I guess, a little bit fancy. But this is what a lot of people go for first. And as said, these ones that I give you the last are going to give you the smallest ROI. And the reason being, I'll go into in this presentation. Right, this one is using supplements. Right, there is a benefit for supplements, and that is the psychological benefit. This is probably the biggest benefit that I find, and I think this is what helped me over my time of being the skinny guy to becoming someone that's in okay shape, in decent shape. And there was a reason because I took a lot of supplements, and I thought that supplements would give me this crazy advantage. But what the biggest advantage that they gave me was that I started to pay attention more to my food because I didn't want to waste the money, the unnecessary money. I didn't know it was unnecessary at the time that I spent on all these supplements. I spent ridiculous amounts of money on supplements, but later to find out that most of them are absolute bullcrap. The biggest benefit I got was I didn't want to waste the money, so I would train really hard, and I made sure I optimized my sleep, and I went to bed early, and I slept consistently, and I ate the right amount of foods. But when I look back, it's like the things that I pretty much do now is like the things that are very basic, and I take very few supplements. When I take you to the ones I take, the ones that are researched, and the ones that will provide you a good ROI. But you might not even need these, right? But this is where we go, right? Supplements. Once everything is covering your nutrition, we can look into supplements for micro and macronutrients, right? As spoken about before, modern day farming practices have ruined some of our vegetables and salads and stuff like that. If you go and Google after this presentation what a carrot used to look like 100 years ago, you're going to see a very weird picture, or a banana, right? You'll rarely ever see bananas and carrots like that unless you go to third world countries, and sometimes you'll see something similar, but it's very, very rare, right? Supplements can help you get the most out of your recovery and your performance if you take the right ones and not waste complete money, which a lot of people are doing, right? All right, for health, these are the supplements that I recommend: vitamin D, omega-3, and a multi. Okay, that is for general health supplements. So when we look at these supplements, there's not that many. These are the ones that I take pretty much consistently. There's a few extra ones, but we would look at making another video for these later on. But these are the base supplements. For recovery, a supplement that is great is magnesium. When you get a blood test done, a lot of people, when they start training, they start to deplete their magnesium stores because it's a salt, right? So that is something that you can add. Okay, the times you can take magnesium, or actually I'll go with vitamin D first. Vitamin D you can take once a week and take a big amount, but just from a habit base, I personally take vitamin D first thing in the morning when I take my omega-3s and my multi. For recovery for the magnesium, I take post-workout, or I take it before I go to bed because I'm looking to replenish those salts, and it also helps to calm me down. For gut health, I take a probiotic, and I take this first thing in the morning. For training, I have a coffee. All right, I don't have a fancy pre-workout with all these different things. I have a coffee. And the other thing I'll take first thing in the morning or before I go to bed is 5 grams of creatine. Okay, you do not need to do creatine loading. It's a complete waste of time. Basically, you'll get to a level of a pool, the amount of creatine you have in your body, and you'll continuously take 5 grams, which is a teaspoon, and you just continuously take that. And creatine is an amazing supplement. It does not make you watery or bloated. It will generally just put on 1 to 2 kilos, and you're going to put it on inside the muscle, so it's intracellular. So it can make your muscles look bigger, which is great, and you'll also increase performance a lot. The other one, and I actually don't take this very, very often at all, and this is protein. But sometimes this is the most common one, so I want to go into this. This is a cheat code for not having to eat as much. So if you do struggle to eat post-workout a meal, like if you struggle to eat within an hour or two, don't stress too much about the protein window. But if you do struggle to eat a meal, protein can be an amazing supplement for you to add, so you have a bit of time. And also, it's a great supplement if you end up missing a meal. I would not use this as a replacement. Right? These are not replacements. These are to supplement, right? But sometimes, worst case scenario, having a spare protein shaker with you at your office, at work, in your car, with some protein in there, just in case, right, is a great way to make sure that you spread your protein throughout the day. Okay. There are a lot of supplements that are all right to start taking even before you reach this level. And one of those supplements that we get a lot of our clients to take with that face-to-face coaching business, because that is in Helsinki, Finland, in the Northern Hemisphere, most Finns struggle to get enough vitamin D, right? That is a big part of it. In the northern parts of America as well, this is a huge thing that a lot of people miss. And surprisingly, a lot of the Arab countries and stuff like that as well, because a lot of people are covered up, even though there's a lot of sun, also low in vitamin D. But in most cases, you probably won't need many of these supplements if you're already following the habits. Because if you're eating the colors of the rainbow, you're eating the right macronutrients, eating the right portions, a lot of these will be taken care of. The vitamin D and the fish oil is something that I would look at, and potentially the magnesium, depending on how hard you're training. But a lot of the rest you will not really need. As said, these can help increase performance, and you can get benefits out of them, like creatine, for example, but you do not need them. Righto. That I will make one more video for you when it comes to supplements, when it comes to some little performance hacks. But that is pretty much all the stuff, guys. Make sure you are nailing the basics. That is the most important thing. Thank you.